have fever players out. Sophie was not there, but they give everyone jerseys, and Caitlin Clark, grew up in Iowa, is a Chiefs fan, refused to wear the Colts jersey. She just held it up like this. And she hasn't gone out and said, like, I didn't do it because I'm a Chiefs fan, but the internet was like, she's a real one. I love it.
Okay, Sophie Cunningham just dropped one of the wildest interviews we've seen in a long time, and everyone is buzzing. She cussed out leadership, called out the league, and then threw in some seriously spicy takes about Caitlin Clark. No filter, no hesitation, just pure Sophie. And honestly, it might be the most real, unpolished, and unapologetic thing we've heard all season. So here's the question. Was Sophie being totally honest, or just stirring the pot again? Either way, this interview was pure gold. Let's get into it. Before we go deeper, let's make one thing clear. Sophie Cunningham has never been
Hell no. I haven't watched a lick of the WNBA. I don't know what's going on. I talked to my teammates like the day that we did X interviews and all of that, and I need a cleanse. Like, I'm booking vacations. West, we need to go on a vacation and do
afraid to speak her mind. She'll roast her own team, she'll call out WNBA leadership, and she'll drop a swear word mid-interview like it's nothing. Sophie's always been that player who says exactly what everyone else is too scared to say. But this time, she went off about everything. So the whole thing happened on the Show Me Something podcast back home in Missouri. Super casual vibe. Sophie,
I can win and roam it. Like, I can be like, I'm here. They brought, like, I'll put this shit on. They're not doing that is so incredible. I hope she knows how awesome that was.
You said it yesterday, and I was like I'm not surprised by it. I'm not, because you know what? Everyone's always trying to get her to wear something or do something, and
She's just sipping coffee, chatting like she's hanging out with friends. No media training, no PR polish, just her being 100% herself. And in between talking about horses, the weather, and even baby fever, she somehow touched on every major WNBA headline, especially Caitlin Clark. Let's start there. You probably saw the clip. The Indianapolis Colts invited the Indiana Fever to a game, and every player got a custom Colts jersey. Cute PR moment, right? But Caitlin Clark, who's a huge Chiefs fan from Iowa, didn't play along. When they handed her the jersey, she didn't wear it. She just held it up. No fake smile, no pretending, just a quiet, thanks but nah. Naturally, the internet lost its mind. Fans were calling Caitlin a real one, saying she stayed loyal. Memes were flying everywhere. And then Sophie jumped in, and her reaction was so on brand.
Colts have fever players out. Sophie was not there, but they give everyone jerseys, and Caitlin Clark, grew up in Iowa, is a Chiefs fan, refused to wear the Colts jersey. She just held it up like this. And she hasn't gone out and said, like, I didn't do it because I'm a Chiefs fan, but the internet was like, she's a real one.
I love it.
And it's just it's so good. So
she said, that was awesome. I hope Caitlin knows how cool that was. Then laughed and added, I'm not even surprised. That's totally her. Sophie loved it. She said that moment was her favorite thing all week, because in a league where players are often expected to play nice and stick to the script, Caitlin's realness stood out, and Sophie, of all people, respected that. Caitlin's unapologetically herself. Sophie's unapologetically loud. When one outspoken player recognizes another, it's a rare bit of mutual respect fans love to see. But Sophie didn't stop there. She dove into her own drama, especially that time she cussed out WNBA leadership and got fined for it. Remember that rant where she said league executives don't know anything about basketball? Yeah, that one. In this interview, she doubled down. She said, yeah, I said it. And no, I'm not taking it back. Then added, maybe I could have said it differently, but that's just me. Classic Sophie. Half apology, half mic drop. Then she made a point that actually hit hard. When I cuss, people think I'm uneducated. But I know what I'm talking about. I just cuss. And honestly, she's not wrong. Passion doesn't equal ignorance. And that's been her whole brand from the start. The host asked if she regretted what she said about Kathy Engelbert or the league office. Sophie didn't even pause. No, I meant every word. Maybe I shouldn't have cussed, but I meant it. That's rare, no PR spin, no walking it back, just honesty. And then came another viral soundbite. When asked if she's been watching the WNBA finals, Sophie said, "Hell no. I haven't watched a lick of the WNBA. I'm on a break." Then she added, "Good luck to whoever wins." I honestly don't care. At first, that sounds harsh, but she explained it perfectly. After a long, brutal season full of injuries, chaos, and nonstop drama, she just needed to unplug. Watching other teams play right after you've been eliminated? That's not motivation. That's pain. She called it her WNBA cleanse. And honestly, that's something a lot of players can relate to, but never admit out loud. She's been spending time with family, relaxing, and just trying to reset. So yeah, Sophie Cunningham might be catching headlines again, but this time, it's not just for being loud, it's for being real. She's saying what so many players think but never say. Whether you love her or think she's stirring things up, there's no denying it. Sophie's going to keep being Sophie, bold, blunt, and completely unfiltered. And that's exactly why fans can't stop talking about her